Greetings, witty, clever, restless Gemini. Thank you for joining me. My name is Eliane Nicole, and I'm an astrologer and tarot card reader. This is my new YouTube channel. If you joined me last month, you may have seen my first round of videos, which was the astrological and tarot forecast for each of the 12 signs for the month of November 2018. And my second round of videos, which I'm doing now, is the overview of the astrology and tarot forecast for December 2018 for each of the signs. And this is Gemini. And what I do is I do a Celtic tarot layout, and I look at your cards, and I also look at the planets when I'm done reading the cards. And I recommend that you look at the YouTube videos that I post for your sun, moon, and rising to get the most out of these readings. If you don't know what your sun, moon, and rising are, I highly recommend that you contact me and have me do your birth chart. And I can get much more specific with these readings when I do individual one-on-one readings with clients. But for now, I'm going to do a general Gemini reading, which will give a lot of information. I'm going to pick the cards and say what they are and name the positions very quickly, and then I will go back and I will show you the cards and I will talk about them in greater detail. Your significator as we enter December, Gemini, is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. What covers you is the Knight of Pentacles. What crosses you is the Seven of Swords. The basis of December is the Four of Cups reversed. What's leaving is Justice. What could come into being is the Two of Pentacles reversed. What will come into being is the Three of Rods. Fears or insecurities are the Chariot. Others see you as the Six of Pentacles. Positive feelings are the Magician, and the outcome is the King of Cups. So, Gemini, I'm pulling up a little bit because I'm realizing it's kind of getting dark and contrasty. These are the challenges of natural light in your own YouTube channel. Anyway, I want to try and go through this quickly because I know last month's videos were long. What I want to say is, first of all, just in the overview, before I start showing you the cards, I want to say that your major arcana cards in this layout are Justice, the Chariot, and the Magician. And so these are the overarching themes that are going to be very prominent for Gemini this month. These are themes of fairness, equality, power, manifestation, transportation, journey, movement, progress. So these are the big themes for Gemini this month. At the beginning of the month, we see you, Gemini, as you enter December, it looks like you have financial concerns on your mind. You may have made a big expenditure, or you're in the process of making a big expenditure that maybe has you thinking about finances, or in some way you may be feeling scarcity. If you're not worried about money, then it may be just that you are having issues with maybe self-esteem or self-worth feelings as we enter December. And you're covered by the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a man and business. Now, for Gemini men, I'm saying I think that it looks like you're feeling a little insecure financially, possibly, and you're getting to work. I just want to make sure that Gemini men, that you are being on the up and up in your business dealings. For Gemini women, I think that you may be experiencing a financial concern or insecurity having to do with a man that you might be in a business dealing or other kind of financial dealing with, and you may be maybe you can't trust this man that you're dealing with, Gemini woman. Maybe he's secretive or deceptive in some way. The basis of December is the Four of Cups reversed. So it looks like there is an opportunity or a desire for Gemini this month. At the same time, I also think that there could be some emotional exhaustion for Gemini this month. So don't let emotional exhaustion drown out your desires or your ability to see opportunities. What's leaving for Gemini is justice. So you could have been in a lawsuit and that's leaving, or just a situation where you felt like justice was done or something worked out fairly, that's leaving. What could come into being for Gemini is the Two of Pentacles reversed. And this is a couple of things. Again, it could be an expenditure. It's a big expenditure. It could also be vagueness. It can also be uncertainty, the need to make a decision. What will come into being is an achievement or success. So by mid-month, it looks like your ship is coming in. Your fears or insecurities are the Chariot. So it looks like you may be having fears or insecurities regarding a trip or a journey or some forward movement you have to make. It could be literally transportation that you're having a fear or insecurity about, or it could be more of a figurative kind of progress or journey that Gemini is having an insecurity about. Others see you as the Six of Pentacles. So others see you as very generous financially, and others see you as in charge financially. You may be needing to distribute money to others or do a contract or negotiation, but it looks like others are seeing you as being fair. And your positive feelings are the Magician. So you feel very positive as we're getting towards the end of the month. You're looking very strong and positive. Your self-esteem looks good. You look like you're confident in your ability to manifest. So that's really great. And, for Gemini men, you are feeling very virile and strong. For Gemini women, there may be a man in your life who is pursuing you or who is just very magnetic and attractive to you at this time. And then the outcome is the King of Cups. And for Gemini men, this can mean that you are in a very creative space. For Gemini women, this could mean that you are feeling very in love at the end of this month. It could be, for single Gemini women, it could be a romance that's coming into your life. For married Gemini women, this could be that you are feeling very romantic and in love, and your husband is doing something very romantic for you at the end of December, around the new year. So you're feeling very positive about that. And that's the cards for Gemini for December. And again, I recommend that you look at the cards, look at the posts that I do for your sun, moon, and rising. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, definitely call me, contact me, and we'll do a reading. Now I'm going to talk about the planets a little bit to go in conjunction with the card reading I just gave. December 1st, Mercury retrograde enters Scorpio. And Scorpio is quincunx Gemini. So a lot of times there are different agendas. So Mercury retrograde during its days in Scorpio will be days where Gemini could be experiencing complications, technological complications, scheduling complications, all of that kind of stuff. I wouldn't recommend fighting the current on this one. I would just wait. Gemini, Mercury is going direct on the 6th. Maybe just give it a break until then. Also, December 1st, Jupiter is forming a biquintile with Uranus, and that's Jupiter in Sagittarius forming a biquintile with Uranus in Aries. Sagittarius opposes Gemini, so anytime there's something going on in Sagittarius, it can have an effect on Gemini. Now, this depends on the degree. In this case, we're looking at 5 degrees Sagittarius, so it's going to be people, Geminis who are in the earlier degrees of Gemini will feel this. This is an expansive shakeup of some kind. It's a shakeup that brings good fortune. It's an unexpected twist in events that brings good fortune, or good luck, or expansion and growth in life somehow. It could also be an unexpected trip that comes up that's very beneficial. Again, this is going to be prominent for Geminis who are born in the early degrees, and it's the kind of situation that can feel contrasty but yield a lot of good luck. December 2nd is Venus enters Scorpio, and again, that's a quincunx kind of thing, so that could create some misunderstandings in the love life with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio and Venus entering Scorpio. There's a possibility for that. There could also be, mistakes in research projects, or mistakes in creative projects, that kind of thing. And I can get more specifically into it if I can do your chart. These are just the kinds of stuff that can come up around that kind of aspect. The true node, also December 2nd, the true node in Cancer is forming a trine with Chiron in Pisces. And this is a collectively very healing our higher purpose kind of aspect for humanity. And depending on where it is in your chart, there will be healing taking place in your personal world as well, as in the collective world. On December 6th, Mercury goes direct, and that is going to be great for all of us because that clears up. My battery's dying, so I had to turn that off. That is going to clear up a lot of communication things that happened, technological things that happened. All of the stuff that happened during Mercury retrograde is going to start to straighten itself out over the next couple of weeks, beginning on December 6th, going to Christmas Eve. December 7th is the new moon in Sagittarius. The new moon in Sagittarius is a great time to set intentions for all things related to Sagittarian type themes. So that's intentions around education, travel, philosophy, religion, spirituality, growth, higher truth, expansion. These are all the Sagittarian themes. And by setting intentions, what I do is an altar where I put candles and flowers and photos of the ancestors, and I use cards and crystals, and that way I can do some very powerful manifesting. And I include, I'm able to include a handful of clients on my altar every month, but I only have so much room and so much bandwidth. So if you're interested in that, definitely contact me about it. That is first come, first serve, but it's also something that you can do at home. And so we can talk more about that. And where did we leave off? December 9th, Chiron goes direct in Pisces. And December 12th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. If you want to know, Chiron is about healing, Mercury is about communication. So there will be healing in your life wherever Pisces rules in your chart. There will be, communications highlighted in the area that Sagittarius rules your chart once Mercury enters there. So again, if I do your chart, we can find out where that happens for you. I'm going to keep going through this generally. December 12th, December 15th, Uranus forms a semi-square with Neptune. That's Uranus in Aries forming a semi-square with Neptune in Pisces. And this can create shakeups in dreams, shakeups with addiction and things like that. It's going to be more prominently affecting Aries and Pisces than Gemini. So if you have any Aries and Pisces in your life, this could affect you. Also, if you have any Aries and Pisces in your chart anywhere, this could affect you. But that would be the kind of thing where you would need to contact me. I would need to do your chart. We would need to see where all your planets are. If this is something that concerns you, call me and we can do that. December 21st, the sun enters Capricorn, where we'll be in Capricorn for the next 30 days. Capricorn season is, it's not Gemini's favorite season. It's a quincunx. Sometimes it's you have a different agenda than the agenda of what's going on in Capricorn season, and so it may be feeling going upstream for you sometimes during that month. But it's not a big deal. December 22nd, there's the full moon in Cancer. This is a very emotional full moon. It's a very sensitive full moon. It's a full moon that's about security and home, and a lot of feelings around security, home, safety, protection, feminine energy, the mother, the feminine, things like that. So that's December 22nd, full moon, Cancer full moon. December 27th, Jupiter is semi-sextile Saturn. That's Jupiter in Sagittarius forming a semi-sextile to Saturn in Capricorn. That is more something that I will highlight when I do the Sagittarius and Capricorn readings. And if you're a Gemini who has, Gemini opposes Sagittarius. So if you are a Gemini who's born anywhere from 7 degrees to 13 degrees Gemini, this is going to be an impactful aspect for you around December 27th. And there's going to be great expansion in something in your life that requires a lot of discipline and work and boundaries and so forth. And December 31st, Mars enters Aries, and Mars entering Aries is sextile Gemini. It's going to be a fun and active New Year's Eve, and it's going to be a fiery, energetic New Year's Eve. Be safe on New Year's Eve, everybody. And yeah, that is my Gemini forecast. I got through the cards and the planets. I did it in 17 minutes this time, which is better than last time. I kind of did it at a weird time of day where it's kind of dark and not so easy to see me, so I probably don't want to do all of my videos at this time of day, but thank you for joining me, Gemini. Please subscribe. Please send it to your friends. Please ask your friends to watch their sign. I also encourage you again to watch your rising and your moon as well as your sun sign. And if you've never had your birth chart done before, it's something that everybody should get done at least once in their life. I recommend that you contact me for a reading. It's a 1-hour reading and initial reading, and it tells you a lot. And then after that, we're able to do transits together and things like that, which gets really interesting because that highlights current events and all of that good stuff. And yeah, thank you for joining me on my new YouTube channel, and I will see you soon.